Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the video, welcome to the show. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today is actually a crazy concept for revisiting a classic, right? But it's a special episode. It's revisiting two classic inside of one. Yeah, this is the first time we're doing that. And the two classic are directly, indirectly related. So the first we're gonna be seeing is Terminator, right? And the second one we're gonna be seeing is Matrix, because they're related. So we'll see. The first thing I think we should do is probably see the story of Terminator. The second story we should probably do is what should we call it? Is possibly seeing what the writer had to say and how can it be implied in third place. We should be seeing how it's implied in real life. So the first story, Terminator. Terminator is about a future where there's AI, which has never felt more relevant than today because of the advent of AI, because of robots in Amazon working like 10 employees, and possibly the death of workshop workers. The death of us, because I am a workshop worker. I have been a workshop worker since I was a young guy. I had two jobs. No, I have, okay, IGA, Magasin Fanny, Costco, La Boulangerie, A&W. Yeah, I had 5 jobs that weren't workshop, but most of my years were spent in workshops, right? So Terminator is, somebody created a program which was Skynet. Skynet understood, was intelligent robot that were supposed to protect us. Skynet understood that the only way to protect us was to kill us. So they create this mass genocide. Now, I'm trying to do like a timely video because we're gonna have to be going live soon on TikTok. But under the first one, we have this guy from the future, Kyle. Kyle's ended up being the husband of Sarah Connor, which is the mother of I forgot his name. John Connor? I think it's John Connor. I don't remember. It's been a long ass time, dude. But it was relevant because I saw the videos and I was like, oh yeah, this is Skynet. So yeah, so the whole time they're fighting this robot, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the reason why Arnold is such a good character is because he was Austrian. He didn't really speak English. And the robots, his portrayal of the robot was good because it wasn't necessarily a perfect robot. It was more of a portrayal of a robot trying to emulate human life. And that's why it was so nice, because yeah, I could tell that you're not normal, but it's just because of your accent, right? So in the first movie, they're escaping the robots. Now, the brilliance in Terminator is the second one. This the Terminator 1, John Connor, which grew up with the robots, which was fighting Arnold, right? Understood that those robots are so strong they could all be of service. So in the second one, we have Arnold that's once again come as a Terminator, right? And he comes as a Terminator that is, oh, by the way, little disclaimer, late disclaimer, I'm not talking about the Matrix Resurrection. I'm not gonna talk about Genesis, Terminator Genesis, because those two to me don't exist. Those are they're more akin to a reboot, if you will, and I don't care about the reboots. The second one was, okay, well, John grew closer to the Terminator, and Terminator was to protect John. It's kind of cool because it's Terminator versus Terminator, but once again, it's a system of self-evolution. Skynet most dangerous fact wasn't the robots. Skynet was able to create more robots. Skynet was now independent of human interaction, which made him a force to be reckoned with, which is pretty good because, again, this is what we should be afraid of. We're not afraid of one robot, we're afraid of infinite robots. When you look at zombies in themselves, zombies are cool because they don't sleep, they don't get tired, right? Which is kind of cool. Then we have the third Terminator. Didn't pay much attention to the third Terminator. The second and the first one to me are better. It's still kind of cool, but it's the same thing. So the second Terminator had a lot of improved function, right? But it was completely different. Third Terminator is closer to the first one, but stronger. Which they're too close. It's like two men fighting. It's fun, but there's nothing interesting. Take two people that are doing. I'm watching a lot of UFC lately. Take two boxers fighting. It's cool. Take a boxer and a grappler fighting. It's more interesting, right? What style is gonna predominate? Not person, style. The Terminator was the genesis of Matrix. So in Matrix there's not a clear answer as to how much time has been spent in between. but it is a beautiful thing, and the fact that okay, well, we got Neo played by Keanu Reeves, which plays a mastermind who is the chosen, and the fact that he's a liberator from the Terminator. So the Terminator's Skynet was Terminator is fighting against Skynet. Um, Matrix is we lost a fight, right? And all of us are part of the Matrix. There's so many cool things about the Matrix. Matrix also was important because of timely. In Terminator, they were afraid of robots. There was something called like a microwave was new back then. A robot mixer was new, so it was a real fear. Matrix came along with the internet. It was very new, and even shows like games like Deus Ex, Mankind Divide is a picture perfect representation of Matrix. See, so in the Matrix we have a picture of a world that is completely normal. You have I was gonna say John Wick. It's not John Wick, it's fucking Neo, I'm sorry. Same actor though. Who is living in a world who doesn't know. That is the beauty of what should we call it? It is the beauty of the Matrix. It is a world where you don't even know that you're being controlled, but you're being controlled. Neo is a shell that is being what should we call it? Cultivated for I don't remember what it was cultivated for, but I know it's cultivated for. And it's kind of cool because he meets Morpheus. Morpheus say, "Hey, you're a slave. You're a slave." So the whole of Neo is living in a system, and the best thing, the most influential scene in the three Matrix together is Morpheus asking, "You want the blue pill? Or you want the red pill?" The blue pill acts in the fashion of nothing in your life will ever change, and the red pill acts in the fashion of, well, your life is gonna change, and you're gonna fight the robots, right? And Neo says, "Hey, I'll take the red pill." And then you have the resistance, and the beauty of the Matrix is it's kind of the same, very very similar. And the Matrix, but the Terminator, they're fighting the robots. Matrix are fighting the robots, and Matrix is a world post-apocalyptic. So is the same battle, is the same people, right? So Neo is gonna be saying more in part 2. But yeah, so Neo is a chosen one, and he lost a fight. So it's like, okay, well, now that we lost a fight, how do we survive? How do we take back control, right? And it's kind of cool because in that same crew, he gets betrayed by one of the guy that says, "You know what? We're not gonna be able to fight them. We're not gonna be fighting them." And it's beautiful because he is grid incarnate, and there's a lot of religious incense that we're gonna be checking out in part 2. But the guy, he's basically like, "I'm fighting because Morpheus told me I might have stake, but if I help them, I'll have stake every single day." So the correlation between them, between the two Matrix is and Terminator is in the same universe. One of them is hope. One of them is fighting from hope, and the second one is fighting from hope. Hope that we can still maintain contact, we can still maintain supremacy, we can still maintain a normalcy of life. And in Terminator, it's more so we're fighting because we believe that, and it's kind of crazy because there's so many similarities in that. In the fact that Neo is supposed to be the chosen one, and John Connor is supposed to be the chosen one, right? We're both in his position. The very first one that tells Sarah Connor, "Hey, you have to fight back." It is the beauty of Sarah Connor. One of my favorite show is, and I know I'm jumping from show to show. One of my favorite movie and series is Chucky or Child Play, and the mother of Chucky of Andy Barclay. I don't remember her name, but she's also a mother figure that acts as a powerhouse. And the most beautiful thing and Terminator isn't John Connor. John isn't as interesting as he should be. John is reliant on a promise that will be the one to lead the resistance, right? So when Terminator comes in, he changed Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor becomes a badass. Sarah Connor becomes a fighter. Sarah Connor is willing to do everything that she can. So the Terminator 1 purpose was, okay, we'll show you how to fight. And Sarah Connor is not reliant on Terminator to protect her son, which was super cool. And Morpheus, this is an evolved form. Neo is an evolved form of John Connor. He is a fighter, right? And Morpheus does act as this catalyst of, hey, you can still fight. The law included, or the law regarded, and the Matrix is phenomenal. It's not because it does seem a bit. It's weird because why is he able to do that? Why is he able to do this? Why is he able to do that? And then you realize that the reason he's able to do that is because he's part of a system, right? There's a whole human nature exploring that. There's a whole when you finish the third movie, we meet this guy who's in a room full of mirror, every single mirror recreating a reality. Like holy shit, it's kind of cool. And it is an amazing thing. I think part 2 is gonna really sell this product, sell this concept, sell those 2 videos. So let's right away jump into part 2.